Yes, I thought this might be
Finally.
someone else. I thought this might be someone else. There's,
Oh
there's
man,
so
this
many people requesting. You can't see what's going on.
yeah, this Instagram thing is not a piece of cake for anyone, man. It's just so difficult to uh, get used to that.
You should have seen me and Kane Williamson the other day. It was 25 minutes. He's never used Instagram in his life.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine.
I think Rohit Federer and Rafa Nadal the other day were like an hour trying to work out how they could talk to each other on this.
Yeah,
It's awesome. What's been happening?
yeah, not much, Davey. Just we're under immense strict lockdown.
Yep.
So, been just home for the past 40, 45 days now. Uh,
Yeah.
sitting home, doing not much actually. Just
It,
doing live chats with people who I know the best.
Mate, it's been exactly the same here. It's been very challenging. Not it's bizarre. Like being told you can't play like cricket. Like if you get dropped, okay, you understand. But like to be told by the government you can't leave your house, you have to stay indoors. You got to, you know, work out how to survive.
Yeah,
It's totally bizarre. But everyone's in the same situation. It's crazy.
but at least I read in the news today, Australia is easing a lockdown a little bit, where you can go to restaurants, cafes, um and you can still go outdoors. Here we can't even go outdoors except buying groceries, which to me is a bit strange right now
That's
because I have
crazy.
no idea what to buy in groceries. No idea. I
I
have
was
no
like,
idea.
I was just reading, and I apologize to all the Indian fans there, but alcohol has got a surcharge now, big time in India, and they're going to deliver to
Yes.
people's houses.
Yeah, you
It's
saw what
crazy.
happened the first day when they opened the liquor shops here. Oh, jeez. Went crazy here, man. People were queuing up. There was about 2 kilometers, you know, big queue. People waiting for people to buy alcohol, and they shut it in one day's time because they. I mean, it's crazy because so many people are out on the roads, and there are chances people might get infected because of that.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I know people who haven't traveled to India wouldn't understand that some places are a dry state, and you actually have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
apply for a certificate to actually drink alcohol.
yeah. Absolutely, man. How's the family?
Um,
Family good?
Family good. How's Ritika and Samara?
Yeah,
Good.
they're good, man. They're chilling. They're home. They're happy to have me home. So that's good. Uh, I got to spend my birthday, which was a couple of weeks back, with them at home.
That's
I've been,
beautiful.
yeah, never been around on my birthday as well with them. So finally got to stay home with them, spend some time with them, which was good.
And I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, that when you have, if you have family or not, you actually miss a lot of different things that, whether it's weddings or birthdays or even Mother's Day. This is my first time home for Mother's Day in a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
They're little things that we miss.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Being with the family is so important. Sometimes it's hard to explain when we are out there playing that family is so important for us because when we grow up in India, it's actually like that. When we grow up, we say cricket is life,
Yeah.
but there's so much beyond that. Your cricket finishes when you're what 38, 39. I don't know when will you finish, but I'll certainly finish much before that. But so there's actually much more than that. When you get married, when you have family, you realize the importance of that a lot more. When you are
Oh, definitely.
when you're single, when you're just playing, you don't think about that much. But now being with them, spending so much time with them, I realize how important it is. And they need us more than anything else. They need our support. They need us to be around to make sure that they are comforted as well. I'm sure it's
Yeah.
the same with you. Yeah, you've got three beautiful daughters, and you've got a beautiful wife, and uh, I'm pretty sure it's so hard for Candice to be without you managing three kids. I know we have only one right now, and I know how difficult it is for Ritika when I'm not around. So I can't even imagine how it is like for Candice.
Yeah, look, it obviously has its challenges, but I think the best thing for us is I look at the Ashes for myself coming home. I always had a smile on my face because you got your family there. It was good.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah,
blessing.
absolutely.
It's a
Yeah,
blessing. But
yeah, it's
but
beautiful, man.
but as we say this time at the moment, we'll be playing over there. We're playing IPL.
Yeah,
Um, I do have a couple of questions for you though. I'll go back to I think was it 2014. I want you to explain to me as a captain of a franchise,
yeah.
you lose five in a row. How do you motivate the guys to come back from five in a row and then you turn around and win seven out of the next nine and then you win the whole thing?
That was pretty tough. I remember we were going through really tough times. We were facing a lot of pressure from the spectators. You know how people in India, especially Mumbai, they're quite passionate about cricket over here. And then the franchisee as well. Our franchisee owners, they're quite passionate as well about the game. So there was a lot of pressure. I still remember we were in Dubai for the first 5 games, and then we had head back to India. The 5 games in Dubai we lost all the
Yep.
games, and then luckily for me, I had Ponting around the team. I'm sure no better person than you to explain that to understand that, because you know what impactful person he is when he's around the group.
Yeah, definitely.
I was watching your uh, the series on Amazon, the test,
Yep.
and he was around with you guys during the World Cup, and I could think back and start imagining how he was. He was pretty much the same. Motivating the youngsters around the guys, just feeling one of us, not the coaching staff. So he was doing the same things, and more
Yep.
than one uh, good thing that stuck out was about Ponting was he was only going to go and talk to the younger guys. He was not worried so much about the senior players in the squad. He was trying to make sure that all the youngsters in the squad are very well, staying in that mental zone and not worrying about anything else. They
Yep.
were keep. His idea was to make sure that the youngsters don't drift away so much.
Yep.
I'm sure the senior guys will take care of itself, but it's the younger guys who I need to look after, and that's what he exactly did. And from once we returned to Mumbai, things changed. I remember he gave us that pep talk in Mumbai once we came to Mumbai, and everything changed around that. I When IPL started, I played for that city, Hyderabad, but it's a different name now. But the city is the same. I remember how passionate people are in Hyderabad as well. Like
Yep.
I remember we were playing the finals last year, CSK and Mumbai, and
Yep.
they were going berserk, shouting "Sunrisers," the Orange Army, which was which shows people there are quite supportive and they get behind their team, which was amazing to see. It's something that doesn't happen every time, but it was great to see, and there were orange jerseys in the stadiums, which was good. It's
It
quite a
is.
passionate city to be part of.
And I think the reasoning behind that as well is because someone called Rohit Sharma took a hat trick and scored 100 for Deccan against Mumbai.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe that, man. I seriously cannot believe I took a hat trick against Mumbai when I was playing for Hyderabad. It just, uh, I don't even remember how I used to bowl them. It's just unfortunate. I got a finger injury and then I cannot grip the ball properly.
Yeah.
So I stopped it. And these days, it's better to stay away from bowling.
Well, it still remains you're the only Indian, and I think Shane Watson's the only international player to do that.
Oh, shit. If I think of it now, it's quite embarrassing, man, that I took a hat trick. Oh, shit.
It surprised me when I saw it. I was like, couldn't remember last time you ever bowled.
And they're decent batters as well. I remember first one was JP Dumini. Second one was
LBW or court?
it was caught behind, leg side. Gilly was wicket keeping. I took a great catch.
Yep.
Uh, and then the second one was Abhishek Nair. Third one was Harbhajan Singh. I'm pretty sure that he underestimated me. He just wanted to come and swing the bat, but he missed it.
Fudgy.
Got, yeah, but clean bowled.
Was that when you guys won in South Africa?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
2009. Yeah, yeah.
I
I used
remember.
to bowl a lot back then. Yeah,
Um, and like, I actually watched the Mumbai Indians documentary, and look, I can say it as well. Being through this test series that was on Amazon, it
yeah,
does become um, a bit claustrophobic because the cameras are around all the time. So
yeah,
you've got to be careful sometimes with what you say, how you behave.
yeah,
Um, you know, there's been games where I've come in, I've thrown my bat, and broken the chair.
yeah,
You obviously you can't do that. But we get angry. Like we got out. We're angry at the way that we got out.
yeah,
But I love that series, and I could see the passion from your owners, and the son. He makes me laugh
yeah,
because he's so passionate and driven for
yeah.
success, and
It's
that's
quite.
why. And it reflects down on the players as well, and it
Yeah,
helps. It obviously must help having Sachin around as well. For younger guys to see Sachin, to speak to him, to be in the same change room, like, man, that's a big thing,
yeah,
and that must motivate a lot of the guys.
yeah, yeah. I think that's what IPL has brought to the table, like especially for the younger guys who, besides playing for their state team, they get to rub shoulders in IPL with all the international players, with all these big names in Indian cricket as well. So that is one thing that they've done really well. And I
Sorry,
really
Charles just said, "I've got patience watching the documentary."
is I was waiting for his comment to come because honestly I was a little surprised that he hasn't commented on it yet. There he is now.
Him and
Who's
his TikToks as well.
who in your team is like Chahal? You know what I mean?
Oh, Khalil, he does not listen. He does not. He might as well walk around with the phone taped on his head.
Oh, these guys are crazy.
But yeah,
Uh,
as you were saying,
yeah, so I mean, you know, that's what IPL has done, bringing all these players together. It gives them a great opportunity. And when I talk to them now, all these younger players, they seem to be so confident about their game, about what they want to do. So it's in a way, it has done wonders over the years. And I think
yeah.
I really hope that this pandemic, stops pretty soon, and then we get to do what we love and start playing cricket again.
There was someone before, they said something about we're no Smith and Coley, but at the end of the day, we make Smith and Coley because we take the shine off the ball.
Absolutely.
It's the
Yeah.
hardest job in the world. It's like being president or prime minister. You open the batting. You're like guinea pigs.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people also tell me that because the reason you have scored double hundred is because you open the batting, but they don't understand what happens with it when the conditions are tough,
Exactly.
when you have to face guys like all these guys who bowl 150 plus. It's not easy. I mean, whatever we try and do is in the best interest, and also, I mean, any position you bat, it brings the own challenge. Whether you open the batting, you bat number 3, 4, 5, and there onwards, it's a different challenge. But
What goes through your mind? I haven't scored a double hundred in one day cricket, but do you get to a point where you just go, all right, I'm just going to try and hit every ball for a boundary?
that's I don't do that quite often. But honestly speaking, I feel once I get past 100, I feel um I cannot really get out unless I
Yeah,
make a
yeah,
mistake.
yeah,
Because when you have scored 100, you've obviously put pressure on the bowlers. You are seeing the ball nicely. You are aware of the conditions, and you know who's not in great form in terms of the
yeah,
bowling options at that point.
yeah,
So you know all of that. So you try and figure out your way and just try and get through that 10, 15, 20 runs, and then there onwards from there. I feel
yeah,
I've always talked to myself that you can't get out unless you make a mistake. So you just make sure that any bowlers who's bowling at you, you just try and find boundaries rather than hitting big shots. boundaries are as good. So I try and hit boundaries rather than hit sixes and try and hit big shots. I mean, I also know that I'm not such a powerful hitter. It's better for me to pierce the field rather than clear the field.
Yeah.
So these are the options I calculate, I analyze a little bit, and then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. And which don't be biased here, but where's your favorite Indian place to bat? Which Indian ground? You're playing 2020 cricket. You're not playing test matches or anything like that.
I mean, I have great record at Eden Gardens for sure.
Yep.
So I would say Eden Gardens because all the memories, important memories have come at Eden Gardens. Like my first uh, IPL 100 is at Eden Gardens. My 264 when I scored was at Eden Gardens. My first Test century is at Eden Gardens. So I actually love playing at Eden Gardens. It's just got something different about that place. The outfield is really fast, and it's a paradise to bat.
People keep on here saying RCB going to win. RCB going to win.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I'll tell you what, they've had the best. I think honestly, they've probably had the best team for 10 years.
yeah. I mean, we honestly speaking, we sit and plan for RCB more than any other team because of their
Agree.
batting lineup. I
Yep.
mean, their batting lineup is just unreal, man. To have that batting lineup, our meeting finish. I mean, it goes up for a couple of hours, especially when we
Yep.
play against them. So, yeah, it's been unfortunate, but I think they've got balance this year. That's the reason. I mean, I was looking forward for this year because all the teams, if you look at it, they've got great buys this year.
Yeah, this is very, very
Was
good.
Yeah, so I was sitting and analyzing about all the composition of the different squads. All the teams, they look very much in balance, uh, and yeah, I mean that's something that we can hope for the IPL to happen, and we'll see what the players and
Do you
what
reckon
can.
ever will there be a chance to play 5 overseas?
Yeah, they might do that. I'm
If you
hearing
add
about.
2 more teams, I think you have to. But if
Yeah, I mean
add
five
more,
five overseas will it'll be
sorry,
it'll be,
that
it'll,
pause.
it'll be di- it'll be different, but yeah, when probably they add two more teams, it'll be nice
Yeah,
to have them. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be good. I know in the Big Bash here they're talking about another overseas player, but it's very challenging because you have your players that are coming through
yeah,
as well. So you have to give the opportunities to obviously the local players. But if you add 2 more teams, it's very difficult because I remember last time when we had 2 new teams, you you want to strengthen the competition. So you got to have your best players spread out all the teams as well.
yeah,
And like
absolutely. I think
like we
the
like here
player-
in Big Bash, we're not available all the time either.
yeah,
So it's very difficult.